Welcome to Unfair Flips. It's a game about flipping a coin and trying to get heads 10 times in a row. That is it. There's not much more to it. This is basically a podcast that you can leave on in the background. Thank you so much for stopping by though, I greatly appreciate it. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Northern Lion Super Show. We're playing Unfair Flips today, which is an incremental clicker game that is about flipping a coin and hoping that it lands on heads. It is a game about probability. As we progress through the game, ideally, I'd like to hope eventually we land on heads. We have a 20% chance to do so. We can upgrade the possible chance of us getting a heads chance and a bunch of other stuff. That being said, though, it is a 20% chance to hit. And I feel like this is a statistical anomaly, that this is what's happening right now. I am yet to hit... Hold on, I need to hit one single heads. I just need one head. Yes! That's all I wanted, man. Get 10 heads in a row. This could happen immediately, or it could happen never. Oh? Let's see, -2 second flip time. We'll get the combo as well. We gotta get like 25 cents though. Oh. We're getting achievements as well. You're suffering a major skill issue. I don't know if it's that, man. Where you even find these games? Well, I found this because I saw NL playing it. So that's where I found this one. But absolutely, I'm not going to do the NL Special, which is attempt to get 10 heads in a row when you only have a 50% chance. Because that could go on for a very long time. Even with like upgrading stuff that makes sure, I don't know, man. I could maybe give it a try. B, I know you're here. I don't know if you're still here. I don't actually know if I ended up telling you. But I was talking about it on stream earlier and also like yesterday. Let me just double check you're here. You are. About like a very silly thing that some friends and I did when we were a lot younger. Hold on. Let me just pop me there so you can see like the full effect of the coin flipping. We were bored and we were like 15 or 16 years old. And we thought it would be like a cool idea or a cool concept at the very least to try waterboarding each other to see if we could hold up under torture. And chat are liars, right? I don't know, you won't probably get it, but I think that like many guys in the audience are lying by saying that they hold on. Make my flip time faster. Me and Tom actually agreed heavily on this one, which is something you don't see every day. But people are saying men do not, and I know you don't get it, but like men, for whatever reason, are like, I wonder how I would fare if I was being tortured for information. And it is something that I think a lot of men think about, but some people in this chat may be too scared to admit it. My friend is a professional MMA fighter. He can spend minutes in incredibly painful holds and bars. He lasted a split second being waterboarded by me. Yeah, I don't think I lasted particularly long on that one. I think it was definitely a second or two. And that was by the grace of God that I managed to last that long. Oh, 2 in a row? Oh. I'm not wanting tortured, no. But I'm just... People were like, have you told B this yet? And I figured since you're here, might as well tell you about that, because it did bring up people who were like, I would never even dream of thinking about something like that. But it's also like when you see like a big patch of snow that's like perfectly crisp and white and hasn't been walked on, a lot of men think like, wouldn't it be awesome to bleed out on that snow for like a cause bigger than me, you know? And it's true. It is true. We all have that in our head somewhere that's the correct answer. If we get one more heads, we can at least make this worth like a little bit more. Yes, upgrade the coin value. It's now worth 5 cents. That is unbelievable. Yes. Please. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. You're tempting me. Hitting 2 30% in a row, or 3 for that matter, is kind of crazy though. Don't have snow here. We only have snow here sometimes. But I guess you live in Portugal, so yeah. There are multiple endings to this game. When you reach 9 heads in a row, the game will select an ending randomly. Of those endings, you have a 10% chance of the coin actually landing heads. What could that possibly mean? Send me on an extra little bit here. They roll in the car with the tools, and I'm just there like, yeah, here are the nuclear codes, my family's location, all my loved ones. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would do tremendously well, but yeah, I think like I feel like waterboarding is like different than like physical pain. I don't know. It's just because it's not, you're not being hurt. It's like a primal level panic that's instilled within your soul. Like you're fighting against, I suppose, you know? Like you want to thrash and flounder because you're drowning, but you've been waterboarded as a kid, is that right? Any CIA operators in the chat? It's a good one. I thought for sure he was going to say, you got to pee in the perfect snow and not die for a worthy cause. Nah, it's, you got to die for the worthy cause. That's what it's all about, brother. One more head so we can upgrade the base coin worth, which would be insane. Beautiful. Maybe... Oh, just tell me you hate me. Come on. Yeah, another one? Ooh, tell me another one. Whisper sweet nothings in my ear. Doom. Doom. Maybe turn this up a little bit. 2.5 times per heads. 25? Ooh, 30. Milne. Dead serious? I believe you. I'm curious to know the context, but like at the same time, yeah, man. People just get waterboarded when they're younger. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. Some do it for fun. Some have different reasons. You're getting waterboarded because you have national secrets. I'm getting waterboarded because me and my friends wondered what it would be like. We're not the same. Oh, always teases me on the 3. All we gotta do is get 10 heads in a row. It can't be that difficult, right? Very simple, very easy. In the Dominican Republic, I flew off of a banana boat, and for some reason they hire boats out to people without a license. The boat went over my head. Oh, wait, I think you've told me about this. Yeah. I think you've told me about this. I think you were just drowning. I don't know, like, it's a weird one. Was there, like, pockets of air that you could actually, like, breathe from? Wonder if you'd be curious enough to find out what it feels like being stretched apart by 2 horses pulling in the opposite direction. I think it would feel like really good and then like really horrible. But like it would only feel really good for like a split second because like it would like probably like straighten your back out. And you'd be like, and you'd be like, ooh, and then you look down and your feet are like 20 feet in the other direction. But for like a fifth of a second, you're probably sorted, man. You probably get fucking stretched out, man. Yeah, no pockets of air, couldn't breathe. Okay, that's fucked up. You know what? We could flip a little bit faster. We got places to be. We don't have places to be. I got a bit of a tumultuous relationship with the water, man. I respect the sea. I don't want to end up in Davy Jones' locker, put it that way. Do you know what? Do you know what's crazy? How, like, listen, I I did not realize how expensive to make the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are. I think if I watch them, I mean, there's like giant set pieces and like all this stuff happening, and they build giant ships and like all the practical costumes and all that kind of stuff. But like Dead Man's Chest was cost $300 million to make. That is fucking nuts, man. And that was made ages ago. Now, granted, Pirates of the Caribbean is gigantic. That's nothing, bro. Oh, shut the fuck up, man. That's a lot for a movie, dude. What do you mean? If you put 10 grand into Bitcoin in 2010, then you're right. It wouldn't be that much. I mean, it would be like 80% of your net worth, but like still. Okay, this is the thing. What does Fast and the Furious 10 have that could... I mean, they filmed in my city. What does that movie have that would cost $350 million to make it? I have never... I think I've watched the first Fast and the Furious movie many years... Actually, I'm not. I'm thinking of Triple X, which is like another Vin Diesel movie. I have not watched Fast and the Furious. Like, I simply don't... Vin Diesel is not that expensive, surely, right? There's no way, man. I just don't... I can't even imagine, man. What the hell? Like, The Rock, sure. Vin Diesel, sure. Ludacris, or whatever is there. But, like, fucking $350 million? Like, are we being serious here? There's no shot it's that much, man. Red one? I don't even know how that was 250. I never watched it. I saw a lot of trailers of it, but like, how much does The Rock cost, man? I feel like it's bad. I think I was talking to like my friend Liam about this. I was like pretty happy with The Rock's downfall because he was making like complete tripe for a very long time, and it was starting to flounder with like Black Adam and all that, and him thinking he was going to save DC, and let's be honest, it's beyond saving at this point, apart from like a couple of Batman movies that might do okay. But it's like his newest movie being pretty like quite well critically received is pissing me off, man. It's so sad, like, because now he's gonna be like, I'm fucking back, baby. But like now he's gonna be like, it's time for me to make Kino instead of like popcorn slop, you know? I don't need to see The Rock in the next Scorsese movie or something, man. I don't know, like some kind of dramatic thriller that has The Rock in it, and he's just always like giving the eyebrow or something, man. I used to like The Rock, and then I didn't. And I used to fuck with Jack Black heavy, and then he was again in a bunch of like random fucking movies and shit like that, and it was a bit weird. And I don't know, man. Sometimes you never expect to be praying for the downfall of a person, but then it just kind of happens, man. But The Rock, particularly, like him lying about going his first time like ever eating at like Wendy's or something like that. He's like, I've never eaten at Wendy's before, and he goes to the drive-through and he gives him like $1,000 tip and stuff. And it's like, oh, that's nice. But then you like somebody's like, it's In-N-Out, yeah. And then somebody searches his Twitter, and it's like a separate post from like years ago where he's like, it's my first time at In-N-Out. And it's like, brother, you don't get to, like, it's not, you can't just like regain your virginity like that, you know? Like, you can't just be like, oh, I haven't been to In-N-Out in a while. My In-N-Out virginity grew back. You either have been or you haven't been. I haven't fucking been to In-N-Out, brother. You've been to, Dwayne The Rock Johnson has been to In-N-Out. It doesn't grow back? I mean, it might. We got a 25-cent coin here. This is pretty swag. If it hits. We got a 40% chance, man. There's no way, man. Look at that. Look at these numbers, dude. I'm hitting a statistical improbability right now. Yeah? It's basically 50%. I've played enough poker to know I should be winning more than this. That being said, I'm not very good when it comes to luck and flipping coins. That's why like I don't like the Pokemon TCG all that much. Or if I do, it has to be a deck that you're not allowed to flip a coin in. Playing Wug Trio, Mill, and flipping 9 tails in a row, man. Or playing the Pokemon Pocket TCG and using Misty, and it's like flip a coin until you hit tails, and I've never seen it hit heads, man. You seen that meme where he wears the same T-shirt but in 4 different movies? It's not a T-shirt; it's like a khaki short, like a khaki colored like shirt, right, with pockets on it, and it's like Jumanji, Red Notice, some other movie where he's in the jungle and shit like that with like Sean William. I think Sean William Scott's in the jungle. And then you got Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart, Jack Black in Jumanji. Red Notice got Ryan Gosling and another actor I can't remember the name of, and then some other fucking thing probably. Got 4 in a row there. We'll behave. Come on. Wonder if you could play this on controller. Oh my god, you can. That's huge news, man. I mean, it doesn't really... I don't have to do it. Okay, I think I accidentally bought something there. That's okay. Rock and Scott were in the rundown of his best movies. I really like Sean William Scott. I even like... Because do you know what I finally watched for the first time? Even though it's been like my go-to on Cinetunerdle battles whenever I've been unsure of what like movie and actors in. Movie 43. And I really don't know what to say about it, man. It has some insane names in it. Like everyone from Hugh Jackman to like Justin Long. Oh my god. 6. Oh fuck. 6 times in a row. This is your 500th flip. Don't tell me that. Oh, but hold on though, because we got a little bit more chance. Because we must have made an insane amount off of that. 2, 3. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Fast X costs 378 million. How, man? There's no like reason. There is absolutely no reason why that should be the case. But yeah, I mean, humans have a strange relationship to probability. Even when presented with completely truthful odds, as you can see the top left of the screen, people still want to believe in some trick, some way of cheating the odds, flat as they are. There is no way to beat these odds. There is only time. True. Dude, I had Bulletproof Monk on DVD, man. And I think that movie might actually have been Sean William Scott's downfall until he like hit the role models angle with Paul Rudd. That's another Paul Rudd movie. Actually, I forgot about B. We were talking about B calls him Paul, so which I thought was insane. We were watching Friends, and she goes, "I love Paul," and I'm like, "Fucking Paul." It made 700, which barely made them break even. Is that like barely made the break even? I'm assuming that's like, well, I mean, that's still good though. I mean, like, how much is the marketing budget? I don't know. You know what's a good Sean William Scott movie? Goon. Never seen Goon. I actually like heavily mess with Bulletproof Monk, but I appreciate that it is like complete nonsense. Like it's a nonsense movie. It also introduced me to Diamonds and Guns. Diamonds and Guns. What movie are you talking about right now? So the plot synopsis of Bulletproof Monk is a monk who has like these superpowers is like attacked by Nazis at their retreat. So they run away with an ancient scroll that like grants them power to New York, where hold on, 7 times. Hold on, everyone be quiet. Oh shit. Let's go for you. It's maxed out. Oh, we got a gold coin now. Yeah, so where the scroll gets pickpocketed by Sean William Scott, who plays like a guy who works and lives in a movie theater, a Chinese movie theater, and he's learned kung fu by watching like movies. I think it was Jet Li, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then he gets like tutored by the monk to become the next heir to the the scroll, I suppose, and they fight Nazis and stuff, and it is kind of nonsense, but it's fun. So I like it, man. I liked it. I watched that DVD a lot when I was younger. Probably not for any real good reason, but did they make it Role Models too? I'm just thinking, man. I'm thinking like Sean William Scott had a pretty rough ride up until like Role Models came out, probably. Sounds wild, let's watch it. It's just like good Nazi beating fun, I guess. It's a fun late Friday kind of movie. I like this. The soundtrack's good, man. I mean, it's not like a good. Once again, I showed like B Kung Pao End of the Fist, and she like loved it, and I like love it too. But it is like a bad movie. There's no doubt about it. But there's fun in bad movies. Like Steve Odenkirk. Yeah, it was Kung Pao End of the Fist. Yeah, Steve Odenkirk like superimposing his head onto like a 1960s or 70s kung fu movie. And doing all the voices of every character. And he fights like, I don't know, man. It's just, I've never seen Samurai Cop. For some reason. Wait, hold on. How the hell did I do that? Just click on that. Did he not try and crowdfund a sequel to Samurai Cop? Am I right in thinking that? Like he tried to GoFundMe it? Yeah, we do. You keep mentioning the Greasy Strangler, and I keep having to. I don't know anything about it, so. Yeah, movie 43. I like. It's an interesting case study in a movie that will like a type of movie that will never ever be made ever again. You know. But that being said, though, I think that like, I believe. I think it was like I don't think the Smashing Machine, the new rock movie or whatever it's called, had a huge budget, and it's an interesting one because I think like maybe studios need to learn that you don't have to make like a mega blockbuster that costs $500 million. You can make like a $20 million movie that has some like heart in it, and recoup losses like and it can probably do pretty well, because I think the saddest thing about like the cape shit, like superhero stuff plus also streaming, is that like it has completely killed like summer comedy movies, you know? Like we don't get comedy movies really anymore. That's why I was like quite happy to go watch The Naked Gun, even though before I watched it I was like, I don't know if it's going to be any good, and it was okay. I actually enjoyed it. And to be fair, it's great watching a comedy in the cinema because like you have a laugh track there, and that it does feel good, man, to like be amongst the people laughing along with strangers to like a movie. It's a good feeling. But like they don't really make comedies anymore, especially not for cinematic release. TV shows, yeah, sure, you got like plenty to choose from, but there's like nothing. Like they don't make movies like Bridesmaids or like Role Models or anything like that, or I Love You Man, or like Get Him to the Greek, or Forgetting Sarah Marshall, or you know, all that kind of stuff, because it just like they don't make as much money, which is fine. But they're like, oh, it doesn't make $1 billion, so there's like literally no point in making it. Well, yeah, there fucking is a point in making it, because people yearn for the comedies, man. Where are the rom-coms? Where are the comedies being made, man? Paul Rudd needs to get the fuck out of the Ant-Man suit and get back into a movie with Jason Segel immediately, man. You purchase earphones? Sorry, you're probably on the train home right now, and I'm like talking about the yearn for Pitch Perfect. I think those fun movies still get made. I don't think they do, man. Like, what's like in the same kind of vein of your like that kind of movie, like a super badass kind of thing. To be fair, B and I did watch a movie with kids in it. There was like 3 or 4 kids, and I was very skeptical, but they were actually really fucking good, and it was really funny on Netflix, was it? And I don't remember what it was called, but we had a good laugh watching that one. I was very surprised. It's about like a bunch of kids trying to shit. What were they trying to do? I don't know. They ended up stealing a drone, and they had a bunch of drugs on them and stuff. When I see kids, they're like middle schoolers. They're like 11-year-olds. Um, but I can't remember the name of it. But it was a good movie, and I was exceptionally impressed at how good it was. Bro, we live in a time where all the old comedy movies are no longer funny and don't get made anymore. We don't need to have like a Mel Brooks like Blazing Saddle kind of deal, man. Or like, I don't know. I'm just thinking of like any Mel Brooks movie. We don't have to have any things that don't age well. You can still be funny, but you don't like. Comedy isn't dead. Put it that way. Like Naked Gun is like a good example of that. You know, the new one. Like they make jokes about the Robin Hood Men in Tights is a good movie as well. That's another Mel Brooks movie. Big fan of A Chew, Son of a Sneeze. To be fair, Happy Gilmore 2. The thing with Happy Gilmore 2 is it is like it doesn't quite have the. Once again, I really enjoyed the movie. I watched it with B, and it was a great time. There is something missing from the movie, and I think it's like a little bit of the heart. Like I think it was like a great movie for like a victory lap kind of situation for Adam Sandler. It was just like stuffed to the brim with cameos of like very famous people, and yeah, it was very self-referential. So I don't necessarily count it in the same vein of movies as like original Happy Gilmore, because Happy Gilmore 1 was just like, here's a story. Oh my god. We're at 50%. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch. No, Mel Brooks movies are great. Oh yeah, I heard that they're making a Spaceballs too. And Rebel Wilson made a sequel to Bridesmaids called Bride Hard. It's out in 20 seconds. I'm not like a crazy, tremendous fan of Rebel Wilson. I'm really sorry to report. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Oh. Hey. I don't know why I'm getting excited here, as if like... Let chat to say what we have for dinner. We don't even have... Wait, you're already gone. I think B's already gone. But I don't even know like what we have as an option. It's like lemon pesto pasta. And then I don't know what the other option is. I'm going to message her. What are our dinner options? Oh, it's me neither. I'm just saying it's a comedy that came out this year. Well, no, because like Bride Hard is like a perfectly good example. Like we don't need like $400 million blockbusters. We can have like a $10 million rom-com or something, or like a comedy movie about, and you just get like, you just pull funny fuckers like Jonah Hill and Michael Cera off the streets, like we did, and like Christopher Mintz-Plasse off the streets, and make another fucking Superbad or something, man. I guess like that's trying to capture lightning, but like, which is not like likely to happen. But they were all great in that movie, man. And like Christopher Mintz-Plasse, I don't think he gets enough. I think it's because he looks like a fucking dweeb, and this is not to disrespect in any regard, but like he's been kind of fucking typecast. He's in movie 43 as well, which is probably why he's in my brain. But he's great in like the Kick-Ass 2. Fucking what else is he in? Shit, I'm honestly blanking on what else he's in, to be honest, but yeah, he is kind of like I mean, he's probably like in his mid to late 30s, if I was to guess at this point, but he does look like a bit of it. I look like a tweak too, right? I get it, but still. I mean, I guess like Michael Cera was also kind of typecast as a lot of like awkward guys from like Juno and stuff as well, like, and obviously like Arrested Development, of course. It is possible, although unlikely, that this game will never end. There are no safeguards in place to prevent such a thing. This is an exercise in raw probability. 20% is unfairly 20%, though you cannot ever reach 100%. You can't reach 100%? What the hell? I think like Jonah Hill is probably the only one from that group of people in that movie. Even like Seth. Oh my god, Pineapple Express. He's the cop in Superbad. This is the end. Oh my god, bro. Seth Rogen. That's it. Yeah. Is he in what? He's in. He's not in Once Upon a Time in. No. Is he in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as well? I'm pretty sure. Somebody want to fact check me on that one? Like he's like, shit, man. I actually don't remember. I remember it being on like a movie plot. Yeah, why would Seth Rogen be in a fucking Tarantino pick? I'm in my head. I'm like, there's a thing where he's on a movie plot talking to somebody. You know what it is? I think it's Larry David. I'm pretty sure it's Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's talking to Larry David. It's on a like a lot for a movie. And then in my brain, I went straight to like, who is he talking to? Like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio or some shit. But no, that doesn't make any sense. No, it's Curb. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm thinking of. Even he's been kind of like typecast, even though he was kind of like the already established actor in that one. But I think Jonah Hill is probably like the one that, at the very least, did the most like different roles, I suppose. He still did that character, but like, I guess like Wolf of Wall Street and stuff like that as well. He did not play his usual self. He was in a movie with like Morgan Freeman as well, I'm pretty sure, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. Doom. This is what a 50% chance looks like, by the way, chat. It doesn't. With all the mediocre sequels / remakes that are being made, why are there no Muppets movie remakes? Like, for example, Lord of the Rings, but everyone other than Gandalf is a Muppet, and Gandalf is still Ian McKellen. How old is Ian McKellen now? It feels like there comes a point where it's like it's probably cruel to get somebody to continue acting, even if they love it. At a certain age, man. What a long days. I have my doubts about this 50%, by the way. 86. Well, he's probably still got some juice in him at the very least. Maybe for a couple more years. Maybe we'll see when he hits his 90th, man. See what we can make happen. I'm so against the idea that this is supposed to be a 50% chance to hit heads. I just don't believe it, man. I just cannot believe it. League Mom, thanks so much for the raid. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We're playing Unfair Flips right now. Unfair Flip. It's a game about flipping a coin. You have to get 10 heads in a row. That's it. That's the only point of the game. I mean, it is 50%, right? But, like, that's just the way probability works, is I still can lose more than I win. But over, like, an extremely high sample size, it will be close to, if not 50%. Right, client was dead for me today, so playing... Oh, what were you playing? Imagine I just like went completely silent and locked in on this game. I think like, you know, I'm talking about yearning for like another movie like Superbad, but like I mean I was of about the age of the characters in Superbad when it came out, if not slightly younger. So like I guess it's kind of like, I guess I might be, even if it did come out, man, I probably wouldn't fucking have a clue, you know? Like I probably wouldn't care. Or I wouldn't identify with it as much as like I did at that age when I was like, yeah, man, talking to girls is fucking terrifying, actually. Just like how I like Harry Potter was quite a important movie for people in their formative years. I have never watched it, and I don't think I ever could, because it just doesn't make like any sense to me. Because like I am not gonna like identify or associate with like 10-year-olds in a movie and be like, yeah, man, that's so fucking me for real. Dude, I'm such a Gryffindor, bro. Oh man, dude, I'm such a Hermione, bro. Like, I missed the boat, man. I missed it. It existed within a bubble zeitgeist in a period of time that I cannot return to. I can look at it through the pane of glass, but I can't touch it, man. It's purely a museum piece at this point, as far as I'm concerned. Speaking of League, WASD movements, thoughts? I feel like I've long talked about this during the period of time where it was like relevant. It's fine. I don't think it's totally chill. I think we should give accessibility to people that want to play that way, you know? Make it a little bit easier to get into it as opposed to the bullshittingly like cliff-faced learning curve that it is currently. Legion Tower Defense 2, I got Baldur's Gate 3, but the stupid Microsoft redistributable would never finish installing, so I couldn't get it to start. It's one of those days. I'm familiar with the tech support kind of day. I'm familiar, yeah. Batman versus Superman costs 325 mil. We need to, chat, we need to pump Yamato coin to the maximum. We all invest. And then we can fund our own movie, our own rom-com, or our own coming-of-age comedy movie. Just think. Dude, it's exactly like, I don't know if you remember this. This is an incredible one. What was it? Somebody might be able to fill in the gaps for me a little bit, but some people bought an NFT of Dune, like the IP Dune, and thought that it gave them the rights to make their own movie, and they spent like a lot of cryptocurrency money on this NFT, thinking that it would allow them to create a Dune movie, and that was absolutely not the case. I don't remember like how much it cost or what it was they bought, but I do remember there being some confusion. Says The Force Awakens cost 530 million, which is wild. I mean, people are gonna see Star Wars regardless of like what it is. It could be like a 40-minute like MP4 of like Chewbacca shitting on someone's chest, and people will be like, "What does this mean, though, Lucas? What does this mean?" Do you know what Lucas needs to fucking George Lucas? He needs to boot up fucking LucasArts again. I don't know what they've been up to recently. Start cranking out those Monkey Island games, man. Start cranking out some point-and-click adventures. The kids yearn for the clicks, man. They yearn to be clicking. Give them something to click on. It was like $3 million USD. What was it? What was the picture of? Or it was just like a picture, right? Once you get the next 5% upgrade of 10 heads in a row, it goes up to 0.25%. Thanks. I mean, I'm not here for the long haul, but I'm here for. We're here for a bit. It was a book. Okay. For people that have a lot of money, and like, let's be clear, I'm happy for these people, right? Like they just punted their money and it worked, right? Just like somebody who goes to like Las Vegas and puts their life savings on red, right? If they hit, I'm very happy for you. But like, they need to read a book or something, man. Sometimes they need to like look up what any of this shit means, because like you can't be serious thinking like, oh yeah, I bought like a NFT of a book and then I'm gonna make a movie out of it. Suddenly I own the rights to Dune. Certainly there's not going to be any lawyers coming to have a conversation with me at any point. Oh. It's always on the sixth one. The Marvels cost 370 million. What did that make at the box office? I mean, I never watched it because anything with superheroes in it for the most part I'm like kind of averse to, but... Oh. Come on. One more. Always on 6, man. It's always on 6. They made 200 mil. Alright, 50% chance. Sure, buddy. I just got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tails in a row. Where's my achievement for that? Six heads in a row is the most we've gotten thus far. Yeah. It was a disaster. I think it could be worse. 200 million is actually quite generous given, you know, how I think that, like, I don't see how anybody could possibly care about a movie like that, but different strokes for different folks. I hear that the new Demon Slayer movie is doing pretty well at the box office as well. That being said, though, there's some people getting a little bit too big for their britches on Twitter. I'm seeing as well. They're like saying that Demon Slayer is like more culturally defining than any of the big three of anime. That I'm like, honestly, this is incredible rage bait because like I almost fell for it. But then there's also people in there that is a little bit more ambiguous whether or not they're being sarcastic or not. But like, let's be fucking honest, man. Like Demon Slayer Infinity Castle doing well at the box office does not mean it's like the most culturally impactful anime to ever exist. It's just like anime is as popular as it's ever been, and it's like a movie that came out. Do you know what I mean? No, it's only heads. It would be too easy if it ended with 10 tails in a row, you know? I have no idea what the Dial of Destiny is. Another mega flop. I got no issues with Demon Slayer. Like I've read the entire thing. I'm just like surprised that things are still being made on it because like I'm confused because like I thought we were done. Like is Infinity Castle like non-canon or is it like how they did like Mugen Train where it's like part of the story? It is a bit weird that like to get some of the story of the show you have to like watch a movie to get it. That was 6, right? It wasn't 7. Or was it 7? Oh. Holy moly. We didn't get an achievement though, did we? Maybe I've gotten 7 before. Oh, the Indiana Jones movie, right, yeah. That was also filmed. Part of that was filmed in my city. I went to go see one of the My Hero Academia. Maybe that's why it's getting popular. It's the last part of the show split into 3 movies. Maybe that's why people were watching it. Because it's different. It is an interesting way of doing the movies, I suppose. Because like I guess like if it would probably not have done like even a fifth of the numbers that it did if it was a non-canon story that had the Demon Slayer title on it, right? People would just be like, because like I don't think the My Hero Academia movies that was insanely popular as well, and I don't think they did particularly well. I went to go see one of them in the cinema, and I was falling asleep by the end of it. I really had to struggle through the last like 20 minutes. But I guess like if it's like, well, you don't know how the story's gonna end unless you go to the theaters and see this one for yourself, then I guess that is like a way of getting people in the door because people don't want to read, so that's fair. Would never guess Glasgow would be pretty enough to film. It's not that it's pretty enough to film, it's that like with a minimal amount of sprucing up you can make Glasgow look like any medium to large American city. So like World War Z had film in here, Spider-Man, Batman, Fast and Furious, Indiana Jones, like they've all filmed here. Mostly just for like street pickup shots and stuff like that. We had a parade happen for Indiana Jones. We had like Spider-Man on the back of a thingy. Tom Holland was here, I think. Don't think Vin Diesel was here, but we had, you know, cars ripping through. World War Z had the opening scene of World War Z where he's like, the truck smashes through the traffic and then he sees that bear and he's like counting down and shit's all going crazy. That was like in George Square in the center of Glasgow. I actually considered signing up to be an extra in it, but then I was like, I can't be arsed. Because there was a giant casting call, and it was like all over the news and stuff like that, in, you know, the city and the country, being like, they're filming a giant movie here. Like anybody should sign up to be in this movie. Sign up, sign up, sign up. Get paid like a couple $100 or something over the course of a couple days. It's that table with the guy in the background just floating. I think so, yeah. I think he's just at a floating table. I mean, he's wearing a bear mask, like duct tape to his head. So, like, I don't know. It's a suspicious situation we're in. We need to know more about what this guy's saying. I wonder what, like, the maximum amount of luck we can have is. I know that the next one's going to cost 100 grand. That's the thing that scares me. And we're almost there. I honestly, like, I was tempted to be like, I could pull an NL right now and only have it at 50%, and it could be like another trick shot simulator situation. But I don't know if I have that in me. This is for all the NL watchers that actually want to see an ending of the game without playing it themselves. Shout outs, all the eggheads out there, all the egomaniacs. Let it come to a full rest. You fucking son of a bitch. Okay, well, we now got a 55% chance of flipping heads. Statistically, we're good. The scales have been tipped. Spider-Man 3 cost 350 mil. Is that adjusted for inflation, or is that just like the price it cost to make at the time? How much did Troy cost again? That was like the most expensive movie ever made for a long time, or has like the most amount of extras ever, or something in it, right? Is it Troy? Pretty sure it's Troy. I think it's also 3 hours long, and you'd never catch me watching it. That's the sad thing about wanting to watch a movie. Sometimes, like, I hate to say it, but like when a movie is like 2.5 to 3 hours long, I'm like, ah, fuck. Like, I start watching this at like, you know, 8 p.m. and by the time it's done, it's bedtime, man. Like, holy. Come on. Come on, Charlie. Give me some good luck. Yeah? Oh, Charlie, come on, man. Okay. Yeah? Come on, Charlie. Yeah? Oh, you son of a bitch. That is true. 3 hour long movie, nah, spinning a coin. I've not been spinning a coin for 2 hours, okay? I've been spinning a coin for 47, almost 48 minutes. There's a big difference, right? It says Troy cost 185. It had some crazy record to it, I think, back then. It's like quite, not an old movie, but it's old enough. It probably is an old movie now that I think about it, but had like an unreal amount of extras or something like that in it. Seven in a row is a 1.5% chance, I believe. This is like a peak game to not actually pay any level of attention to. But we can't deny that. That it's just like have a conversation while I kind of like tap the controller and tap A. So it's like prime podcast situation, man. Every so often it's interrupted by Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do. I never watched Waterworld. I feel like I used to see it like advertised at the beginning of like VHS tapes or something like that, but or like DVDs or something. I do kind of miss a little bit of that on when it comes to like old media, where like you'd open up, you'd like put in like a VHS of like a movie, and it would start with like trailers for other movies. You get like Free Willy or like Shiloh or something being advertised to you, or like classic one on Friends VHSs was Drop Dead Gorgeous, which was a movie about Kirsten Dunst being part of a beauty pageant where people start getting killed. And it's a pretty cool movie. How's Charlie doing? He's fine. as you can clearly see. He's here because he's like, it's dinner time, motherfucker. Be dinner time soon, my child, soon. What time is it? Dinner time soon. I kind of do miss a little bit. I mean, and granted, I don't think that I could afford to watch movies if it wasn't for streaming. If physical media still existed, but there was something so charming about, you know, going to a store and going through the bargain bin and finding movies by just like picking one up and looking at the blurb at the back, the synopsis, and being like, "Ooh, this could be a fun movie," and it might not be. But hey, no, who knows? What are your thoughts on the Twilight franchise? It's like fine. I think I've watched all of them. Have I? I think I have. Yeah, not of my own volition, but I've watched them all. Yeah. I think. Same with all of the Hunger Games movies. Come on. Oh fuck, Charlie. Hold on. Charlie. Oh my god. One more. Huh? Oh! Nope. Charlie. You're sitting on the keyboard, bro. Come on. We got a lot of money for that, yeah. When I volunteered in a charity shop, I distinctly remember having to send so many copies of Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey to the mulcher. Dude, it's crazy. You can go, I don't know if this is... I'm so envious of, like, American culture in a couple of regards, and it's thrift stores. They seem infinitely more things in them compared to our charity shops, and also yard sales. I'm so envious of that. But what I will say is you go into any charity shop in the UK, guaranteed you will find a copy of like FIFA 2007, between 2006 and 2009. For whatever reason, people just stocked up on those games and they just hand them into charity shops and no one buys them. You wanna know what's crazy? The first Twilight movie cost 37 mil. It made over 400. Do you realize how nuts that is? It's not like that. Wait, what? What happened? Hold on. Charlie, can you fuck off, man? What are you what are you doing? Get down. Get down. You're knocking everything over. You're trying to eat shit on the desk, man. Get off. Get down. Be a good boy. Good boy. We've got to shoo him away. He knocked over a Pringles tub and then went into some cookies, man. Fucking crazy. Feed the boy. I should feed the boy. Yeah. You know what? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It's not a wireless controller. I couldn't take it to go feed the boys, unfortunately. Where's Casper? He's also through there, having some food. But yeah, people hate on Friends, right? And that's fine. I'm not asking you to like Friends or anything like that, but I like Friends. But there was something very satisfying about the fact that and my brother still has this, by the way. He doesn't own a VHS player anymore, but we had like season 1 to 10, every single VHS of the Friends show on like this wall. Like it was like a shelving unit that had like a bunch of VHS and then DVDs and all that kind of stuff, and it was very satisfying. But you could only get like 3 like episodes of Friends on a VHS tape or something like that back then. I think it was 3. I do miss that, man. Homesick from school, pop in a VHS of like a random, season of Friends. Watch it while you're sick. Do not rewind it. Put it back in the box. Leave it for somebody else to rewind when they eventually turn it on. I'm looking at the Twilight movies. They all made over 700 mil and people hate on them. Yeah, they were like people hate popular shit, man. This is nothing new. But at the same time, Yeah, bro. Like honestly, like that's we need to return to that the monkey of way of like making movies, and that should be like have a really good concept and not have it be like this over budgeted mess. Blockbuster used to fine you for not rewinding films when you returned them. I don't believe that shit. 7? 8? Come on, 9? You ready? 3, 2, 1, flip! Ah! I don't remember that, man. If you watch Friends with the laugh track, they all look like sociopaths. I mean, every single sitcom with a laugh, with a live audience, they look mental, man. They definitely did, because I remember me and my brother having to manually rewind movies in the backseat when we forgot to in the house. We were driving to town. I don't really remember that. One, dude, do you know what was so goated? And I honestly, I am so sympathetic for future generations because they'll never get to experience the whimsy. And this is, I'm about to drop, for people that are in their 30s, I'm about to drop some fucking severe whimsy upon your ass right now. Go into Blockbuster, walking around the store with your mum and your dad or whoever the hell, like looking through all the movies and all that kind of stuff. Go into the back of the store where the games were, renting out a video game for the weekend, man. Oh, holy shit, man. I would never have played Tomba 2 if it wasn't for that shit. Like, holy motherfucking mole. Dude, that was some crazy. We didn't have a beaded section to my knowledge in the Partick Blockbuster. I used to love going there for video games, man. It was about alien hominids when it came out on PlayStation 2 for 30 quid, which was very expensive back then. 6? 7? If you look closely, the older they get, the better they look, courtesy of the show doing so good. It's actually insane if you watch the first season of Friends compared to the last. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's like, it's not like, it's not crazy to be like, yeah, people, like, you know, like when Rob McElhenney got fat for one of the seasons of Always Sunny in Philadelphia and then lost all the weight and then got buff like really quickly after that. Like, he was like, oh yeah, it's really easy to do. All you need is like some of the best personal trainers and nutritionists and all these things that money can buy, and you can do it super duper easy. All you gotta do is work out 6-7 times a week and then eat like 8,000 calories a day. So easy. Like, yeah, like, I guess. If you have the money. There's always the thing about, like, when the first paycheck for Friends came through, Courtney Cox Arquette bought a luxury car, but Matt LeBlanc bought a hot meal. Something about, like, Joey only having, like, 40, like, Matt LeBlanc only had, like, $40 or something like that. Some crazy shit like that when he, like, was starting the show. That must be, like, an interesting thing, like, being cast for the pilot of a TV show and then like not having any clue if it's gonna go anywhere. Because like that must be like the biggest cock tease of all time. If you're like, because there's a billion pilots that are created and exist and never go anywhere. But imagine you've gone through all the auditions, you've like gone the casting calls, all that kind of stuff, and you're like, I'm part of a show. There's a sitcom happening. The pilot's being made. Massive production, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna do. People are really trying their best to get this greenlit by a network, and you're like, I'm on the precipice of like making it, and then it fucking fails, and you're like, shit. Like, it must be devastating. Honestly, it must be devastating. It's like spinning the roulette doubling your money 9 times in a row and being like, if this 10th one hits, I am fucking rich, and then it fucks in the last one. You're like, no! Like flipping a coin heads 9 times in a row and then failing on the 10th. Do you remember the Heinz ketchup ad Matt LeBlanc did before Friends? I've never seen that, no. There's always some good before they were famous ones, like Jason Statham being in the music video for The Shaman Keep Coming On, where he's like oiled up and in a leopard print thong, just like shaking and dancing. Why am I even getting disappointed every time? Jennifer Aniston being... Is this before Friends? When was... Leprechaun's like... Dude, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I can't stand Warwick Davis, man. He played like a professor in Harry Potter, an Ewok, fucking... Leprechaun. He was in an Idiot Abroad season 3 or whatever. I just can't stand him, man. I don't know what it is. He threatened to call the police on one of my friends. I'm not like friends with that person anymore, but oh, 7. But he was going to like a Comic-Con, and then as a joke, like one of the guys I used to be friends with tweeted at him saying that he was gonna like jam him into an oven. Like, didn't really mean anything by it, and then the guy like Warwick Davis took that as like a genuine threat upon his life, and then yeah, and he was threatening to call the police, and he was, I think my friend was like, I was just kidding, man, I was sorry. Yeah, it sucks that there's no... I should have done it in a better place, to be honest with you. When I was like 16, I don't know if like other places do this, other high schools or what have you, but you're kind of like... I think in the UK, this is kind of like mandatory. You get forced or you get asked to go on work experience. So you get like 1 week where you don't have to go to high school, but you do have to go to like a job and you don't get paid for it. So lots of people like take that opportunity to like ask places where they like might want to work in the future if they can work there, like a firm or something, like an accounting firm or a law firm or something. I walked down to Park near where that Blockbuster used to be and walked into a video game shop called Chips and asked them if I could work experience there, and they let me, and it was gas, man. I was just talking about video games for a week, like 5 days, and then on the Thursday they had a lock-in to play Halo 3, and it was pretty swag, man. But I left that work experience basically fucking clueless, man. Like, I had no... It did not... 7? Benefit me in any regard, I don't think. I know that he was. I know he was an extra in the Hunger Games. Well, he's not. He was on set, but I don't think he's on camera because I think they cut him out, right? I wonder, like, this is gonna sound crazy, but there's got to be people. I wonder if this is like a video game that like the regular, the rogues gallery of people that do incremental clicker games on YouTube are a little bit too scared to make a video on. Because realistically, there is absolutely nothing to talk about. They can't just be like, okay, I've gotten 1 hit, I've gotten 1 hit, I failed, it's a tails, so 1 hit, it's a tails again, we're gonna get 1 hit, maybe a second, maybe a third. You need to be like a yap head in some regard to even attempt a game like this. And I'm honestly fearful for the the incremental guys if like they see any NL clips of this game or anything he's going crazy and they decide that they're going to give it a try. I remember working in Asda. Bus driver accused me of trying to rip the driver off by saying a stop that was before my stop and I didn't. And then he said, you must be ex-football team supporter then. And all the old folks tutted at me because I was just a kid. I never said a stop earlier than mine because I'm honest and the bus tickets are reimbursed anyway. I don't know, man. I've got like garlic skin in my pocket for some reason. I remember all that. To be honest, like I also remember being like, I don't. To this day, if somebody gets off like they pay for X to Y, and instead that person goes to Z, if it's like not that far of a distance, for instance, if it's like 2 stops or like 1 or 2 stops, I feel like you have to be the most jobs worthy individual. We're here. We're back. We're back. We're back. Flip it. Ugh. Oh my god, it's only a 60% chance. That's the max we get. 60%. Well, the money means nothing. We're not doing it for the money anymore. It's just a shocking thing of like how jobs worth you have to be to... Oh, bloody hell, we're back again. Flip me. Hello? Ending? Flip the coin too high. 20% chance. I don't even get the satisfaction of getting the heads, man. I don't get it. I just want to see the fucking heads, man. I just got scammed out of my heads. Please. Please, let me see it. Let me see it. I want to see the heads on the table, man. It doesn't count if it doesn't land. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's putting me back on 20%. I can't do this, man. Thank you so much for watching. Unfair flips. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending some time with me for an hour while we yap away. I'll see you all next time. Have a great one. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Take care. I'll see you next time. We're not getting another video of this, though. Fuck that. See ya.